and welcome back to my class. As you know that I am Halli Vanisa, teacher and junior lecturer of Ahliabad High School and Junior College. In today's class, we are discussing about the second chapter, that is population and human resources development. So in this chapter, the study of human resources is important. Yes, of course, and in that important view of economic welfare, as human beings are the instruments in production and as well as in the consumption. Exactly. So it is necessary to know about the quantitative and the qualitative aspects of population. Exactly. So here the number of the people in a country at a particular time, their growth rate and the composition and the distribution and their quality of life have to be examined. So here the rapid growth of population may cause poverty and unemployment and also a barrier to development, of course, and the population growth has to be in a developing countries like India. So first we will go to understand in deep and in detail, we will discuss about the theory of demographic transition. So here the theory of demographic transition is according to this theory of demographic transition. Here the every country passes through a three stages in which the birth rate and the death rate are typically associated with the economic development. Exactly. And that three stages are there: first stage, second stage and third stage. Now in detail we will see what is first stage and what is second stage and what about in third stage. Now we will discuss. First stage. In the first stage, both birth and death rate are high, and high birth rate is matched by an equally high death rate, and the population remains more or less stable here. Then the death rate are high in the first stage of agrarian economy on account of poor diets and the primitive sanitation and the absence of effective medical aid and the low level standard of living and the poor housing conditions and the absence of the opportunities for education and unscientific and the irrational outlook. Here in birth rates are also high in this state due to lack of education and the superstitions and the social beliefs and customs, both and about the size of the family and early marriages also. So in an agrarian economy, certain economic factors also introduce the people to have more children. That's why all these things are happen in first stage. Now we will see what is in second stage. In second stage, this stage is characterized by rapid growth of population due to substantial reduction in the mortality rate and no corresponding decline in the birth rate. See the difference between the first stage and the second. So here with the beginning of the process of development, the lively standing improve and the education expands and the medical and health facilities increase. States make the special efforts to check the contagious diseases. So here rise in income level enable the people to improve it. Exactly. All these factors bring down the death rate. So due to the agrarian society with no mass education and the attitude of the people towards the size of the family does not change radically. Exactly. Here the high birth rate and the rapidly falling the death rate contribution to the high growth rate of population. So in this stage, the population increase at an alarming rate and the economists call it as a population explosion. Here, India had faced this situation during the period of 1951 to 1991. All this happened in second stage. Now we will see about the third stage. In third stage, here the economic development rapidly changes the character of the economy from agrarian to the industrialized one. Exactly. So with the growth of industrialization, urbanization increased and the people think that the children are usually more of a burden and the less of an asset in urban areas than in rural areas, and the economic roles of the women can better be achieved with these small families. Exactly. So here the industrialization compels the people to change their attitude towards the size of the family, and they recognize the merits of small family. Exactly. So here the education helps the people to take a right way of thinking. For working women, and upbringing of a children is not an easy task for the women, but here the people want to maintain the reasonable standards of living. Exactly. So all these peoples desire to have a small family. So here the birth rate declines significantly. So the characteristics of the third stage are low birth rate, low death rate, so small family size, and the low growth rate of population here. So these three stages reveal the transformation of a primitive high birth and the high death rate of economy into low birth and the low death rate economy. Exactly. In the second age, the imbalance is created in the economy due to falling in the death rate, but here it is relatively stable at the birth rate. So here the second stage is termed as the population explosion, and this is the most hardest years period for a developing economy. Exactly. So see these three stages that are explained in this figure. See this and observe the birth rate and 1, 2 and 3 stages in this graph. After that, now we will discuss about the demographic features of Indian population. In this, we will discuss about the world population and the size and the growth rate of the population in India, and the birth, death and the infant mortality rates, and the sex ratio and the age composition. All these things now we will see in detail in demographic features of Indian population. The total population of the world was 1 billion in 1830, and it doubled by 1930. So by 1960 the world population increased up to 3 billions. Here the total population of the world increased to 4 billion in 1975 and up to 5 billion in 1987. The last child of the 5th billion was born on 11th July in 1987 in Yugoslavia. So the 11th July is known as the World Population Day. According to UNFPA report, the world population touched to the 6 billion on 12th October in 1999. So here the UNO has declared the 12th October as a day of 6 billion. All these things are about the world population. Now we will see the size and growth rate of population in India. It possesses the 2.4% of the total land area of the world. So here its population is nearly 17.5% of the world's population. India is the second largest country in terms of population size after the China. The national income of India is less than 1.2% of the total world income. So here these facts indicate that the pressure of population, the land in India is very high. Exactly. So during the first phase of 30 years, that is from the 1891 to 1921, India's population grew from the 236 million in 1891 and 251 million in 1921. So here the compound annual growth was at 0.91% per annum of that period. Get it? So here the birth and the death rates were more or less equal to during this period. Here the during second phase from 1921 to 1951, the India's population grew from 251 million in 1921 to 361 million in 1951. Here the compound annual growth rate of population was 1.22%, which was considered as moderate. Here the main reason for this decline in death rate from 49 per thousand to 27 per thousand, and very small decrease in birth rate from 49% to 40 per thousand. So here the India has entered into the second phase of demographic transition during this period with the steady but low growth rate of population. But during the third phase from 1951 to 1981, the population of India grew from the 361 million in 1951 to 683 million in 1981. There was a record growth of population by 322 million in these 30 years. So the compound annual growth rate of 2.14% is nearly double the growth rate of the previous phase. Exactly. All these are the three phases. Now we will discuss about the birth, death and infant mortality rates. Okay. In birth, death and infant mortality rate, here the growth rate of population is a function of birth rate, death rate and the level and the direction of migration here. But in the Indian context, the migration is not a significant factor, need not to be considered. Here the variations in birth and death rates will provide an explanation of the population growth. So the birth rate and the death rates of Indian are given in this table. See this. Here the growth of population was checked by the high birth rate and the high death rates in India before 1921. The birth rate during 1901 to 1921 was between 46 and 49% and death rate was between 44 and 49. So here the growth of the population was very little and low after 1921. A clear fall in the death rate is noticeable this period. Here the death rate, which was at 48.6 per thousand in 1911 to 1920, come down to the 7.2 per thousand in 2010 to 2011. But the birth rate showed a slight and decline initially, and due to the family planning, here the drive birth rate also declined up to 22. Exactly. So for the past 60 years, there is a steady fall in the infant mortality rate in the second phase or second decade of the 20th century. Here the infant mortality rate was 218 per 1000 live births and it is 47% at 1000 live births in 2010. So over the years, here the maternal mortality has also declined. It is at 210 per 1 lakh live births in 2007 to 2009. Get it? So the high growth rate of population can be explained in the terms of high birth rate but relatively fast declining in the death rate. Here the Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh to West Bengal, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Punjab have achieved a birth rate below 20%. 1000. Okay, but these states are in the third stage of the demographic transition. Here the Haryana and Gujarat, which occupied a high place in India in terms of per capita income and far behind in reduction of birth rate. Exactly. Whereas the Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Bihar and Madhya Pradesh have a very high birth rate in the range of 25 to 31%. So these states are in the second phase of demographic transition. Get it? After this, here the sex ratio is defined as the number of females per 1000 male. This table show this. See this table? This table show the sex ratio in India. The sex ratio declined from the 972 in 1901 to 946 in 1951 and to from 927 in 91. It is a disturbing feature that there is a marginal improvement in the sex ratio. It is increased to 933 in 2001 and 940 in 2011. Here the Kerala alone show the higher proportion of the females of 1084 per 1000 males in 2011, whereas Punjab and Haryana females account for 893 to and 877 per 1000 males in 2011. Here respectively which are at the bottom, but poverty, higher female infant mortality rates and the higher mortality illiterates and among the women in reproductive age and the sociological factors are responsible for this declining of sex ratio. Of course, after sex ratio, now we will see about the age composition. In age composition, the study of age composition is useful to determine the proportion of the labor force in the total population. Exactly, here the working of the population is considered as the 15 to 60. So see this table, here this table indicates that the proportion of the child population, both the child population and the old population is depend on the productive age group for their maintenance. Exactly, here the decline in the dependency load of the population and the increase in the share of the productive age group. So here the demographic divines is like a manifest in the gradual increase in the working age group from 15 to 16 years. Okay, so up to here we will stop now. Now we will continue our this lesson in our next class about the concept of population explosion, causes for rapid growth of population in India.